This is Devin DeVore from McKellar and Easter, and what I wanted to do in this video is to briefly describe the steps that the Social Security Administration goes through to determine whether someone's disabled. And so I'll describe each step in turn in this video so that you can know what you need to do and what the process is to get on disability benefits. So the first step that the Social Security Administration looks at is to determine whether you are performing substantial gainful activity once you file for benefits. What this means is, are you working and earning a certain amount each month? For example, for 2018, that amount is $1,180. It'll increase to $1,220 in 2019 and is gross, not net. So if you're working and earning that much each month, you'll not be eligible to apply for disability benefits. If you're not working or if you're working part-time and not earning that much, you can apply and potentially be eligible to receive disability. That said, I always tell clients not to be working once they file because if they are working, even if part-time, the Social Security Administration may try and use that against them to deny their case. But if you are not working, they then go to the next step. The next step is to determine whether you have a medical condition that is considered severe. What this means is, do you have a medical condition that affects your ability to work in some way and will last at least a year or longer? So there are no temporary disability benefits through the Social Security Administration. But if you have a medical condition that limits your ability to work, what that means is for physical, you'd have limitations with lifting, sitting, standing, walking. For mental, that would be limitations with maintaining concentration, interacting with others, adapting to change, or taking care of your personal needs. And those limitations will last at least a year or longer. They will then consider that medical condition to be severe and will go to the third step of this process. At step 3, the Social Security Administration will look at one of your medical conditions that they found to be severe in step 2 and determine whether it meets one of their medical listings. If you go onto their website or if you Google SSA medical listings, you'll find a page that has various listings for various impairments. These can be respiratory, musculoskeletal, mental, cardiovascular, autoimmune, gastrointestinal, as well as other listings. So they'll retrieve your medical records. They'll also have you fill out some paperwork. Once they get that paperwork and your medical records, they'll review those records and determine whether your condition meets one of these listings. So if your condition meets one of these listings, they'll find you to be disabled. If your condition does not meet one of these listings, that's okay because they'll just go to the next step in the process. If your condition does not meet a medical listing, they'll then go to the fourth step in this process and determine what limitations you have, or as they call it, your residual functional capacity. By limitations, I mean, as I described in part 2 in this video, for physical, that would be lifting, sitting, standing, walking as examples. For mental, that would be concentration, adapting to change, interacting with others, etc. And so they'll determine what your limitations are, and based on those limitations, they'll try and figure out whether you can perform in the past jobs that you've done in the last 15 years. They'll actually send you paperwork that you need to complete. You want to make sure that you do that in detail and accurately so that they can properly assign your past jobs. Because they'll look at your limitations, and if they think that you can perform in the past work that you've done in the last 15 years, they'll find you not to be disabled. But if they find that based on your limitations, you cannot perform any of your past jobs that you've done in the last 15 years, they'll then go to the fifth and final step of this process. At the fifth and final step, the Social Security Administration will look at your limitations that they found in step 4 and determine whether there are any other jobs available in the national economy that you could perform even with your limitations. Of course, the standard is a little more lenient if you're 50 and older, but in general, if they find that there are other jobs available that you can perform despite your limitations, they're going to find you not to be disabled. But if they find that there are no other jobs available that you can perform with your limitations, you will be approved and eligible to receive disability benefits. This is why it is really important that you receive medical treatment, that you're complying with that treatment, and that you follow through on any recommendations prescribed by your treating physician, because that will help better ensure that you receive an accurate set of limitations that will be key to getting you on disability at step 4 and step 5 of this process. I hope this video was helpful in letting you know what you need to do to get on disability benefits. If you have any other questions, you can always visit my website at www.helpingclients.com. I also have an ebook that you can download for free on our website. Of course, if you have any other questions, you can always call me at 865-566-0125. Thank you.